Good morning, happy day 3. I must start today with some ibuprofen. I need to get rid of these cramps. I'm sorry if this is TMI, but my audience is like 90% female. But I got my period like later in the day yesterday. I had a little bit of cramping. I took some ibuprofen right before I went to bed, which actually ibuprofen like usually really does the trick for me. The worst part about it is like when I have pretty bad cramps, then I take ibuprofen and I have to wait like at least a half an hour for it to kick in. Hello. But so today is like my first full day with my period during 75 hard. It's conveniently cardio day, which it wasn't supposed to be. It was originally supposed to be a leg day, which sounds really challenging. But because I failed and restarted, my week is like one day shifted with my workouts. I don't feel too bad right now, but I did want to start the day with some ibuprofen. I'm feeling okay. Honestly, the ibuprofen has really kicked in. I have this new vitamin C product. The applicator looks so cool. It's like a rolly thing. It's for under eyes. Ooh, it feels nice. It's by Versed. I think they're available in just like drugstore. But anyways, I'm feeling okay. The ibuprofen definitely kicked in, which is amazing. I feel like on my period, I shower a lot more. I mean, I normally shower daily, right? But I think I shower even more than that. And part of the reason is because I sleep in like period underwear essentially. So when I wake up and get ready for the day and change out of that, I just like to shower. I'm like, I don't know. I just feel kind of dirty. And yes, I'm sure there's a ton of natural remedies. I know working out and like stretching specifically can really help cramps. Like if I'm just down bad, I will sit in like child's pose or something for a while, which maybe we'll do later. But I medicate, okay? I like live on ibuprofen during this week. I'm not even gonna lie, and that's okay. I just take as much as I need. I really usually need like the first 3 days and then I'm fine. I've been getting better about using one of these cups and I think I'm starting to like it. This is what it looks like. It's by the brand Salt. However, people rave about these soft discs and I still haven't tried them. I'll show you what they look like. Again, very TMI video, but like, I don't know. Most of us are women and whatever. I don't really care. This is normal stuff. This is what it looks like. Definitely learning curve with this, but once you get used to it, I find that it's okay. We just got a bunch of groceries in. I want to do a big haul. We're gonna do lots of meal prep and cooking today, which will be amazing. It is cardio day, and I don't wake up and go work out right away. Honestly, for cardio day, I take it slow and just do cardio whenever I feel like it. So that's my plan for the day. But let's get started. Got a bunch of eggs for both cooking and eating. A big salmon. We are gonna make this tonight, actually. If you remember a couple years ago, the Emily Mariko salmon bowl went viral, and that's what we're doing for dinner. Also got a bunch of canned salmon. This is actually for Duncan, though. Salmon is supposed to be really good for his coat, and I try to give him as much real food as possible. I want to try cooking for him sometime. Also pumpkin for Duncan. Tuna for a recipe we're gonna make today. Dates, basil, salsa, cream cheese, shredded cheese, ground beef, which if we don't use this today, we'll use it in one of my future videos for a newer recipe I wanna try. Tortillas, peppermint tea. I mentioned to you that I wanna start drinking tea, and so I just got one small little box to try it out. I didn't even think to check to make sure it was caffeine free, but this one says caffeine free, so that's great. I honestly don't know anything when it comes to tea, so. Avocados. Nando or Nando sauce, I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is for the salmon bowls. Cottage cheese, carrots, dill, cabbage, zucchini, onion, milk, a bunch of Greek yogurt, more milk, pretzels, and pistachios. Oh, we also needed random things like toilet paper, garbage bags, sandwich bags, whatever. Sometimes when I do grocery hauls, there might be a few random items that I don't end up showing simply because my boyfriend and I eat together most times, but sometimes we don't. So for example, if he gets like buffalo chips, I might not show them because I know that I'm not eating them and this is my channel, right? So sometimes I'll show everything. Every once in a while I'll leave out like a product or two. For example, like I'm probably not really eating pretzels during this challenge. Pretzels aren't bad by any means, but just an example. So if you ever see a discrepancy like that, that is the reason. I'm not lying about what I eat. I mean, especially day to day in these videos, like you can really see everything I am consuming. So that is the grocery haul. We're gonna put stuff away and then we'll probably start making the Greek yogurt bagels because I'm gonna want one for breakfast. It's 9:30 right now and I finished my protein coffee not too long ago, so I'm not hungry yet, but that's definitely something we're gonna make today. I think we're gonna make like a bunch and freeze some because I go through them like one day. I love them so much. So I think I'm just gonna make a bunch today and then other stuff of course too. Okay, Greek yogurt bagels. We have Greek yogurt and self-rising flour. I recently got a bunch of containers. I think it was right before I started this challenge because I wanted to container all of my baking stuff, cooking things, whatever, like flour, sugar, stuff like that. I don't have them for everything, but these are pretty decent actually. They're all plastic, they're not glass or anything, but I got them for a really good deal on Amazon. I will link them if you're interested. I just really like them to organize baking things. So what we're gonna do, I think I wanna make 3 whole batches. And I've been doing 2 cups of each ingredient for 1 batch. And today, if you've been following, this is gonna make sense. If you haven't, it might not. Today I'm gonna do both baking methods where I use those silicone molds. Let me get them down. These, I used to always use these. I'm gonna try both a version in here and a version that's just parchment paper on a baking sheet. Definitely gonna go through a lot of Greek yogurt today, but that is totally fine. I honestly don't know how many cups is necessarily in 1 container, so we will figure that out. And someone is creeping in. Hello. You love Greek yogurt. I really need to get glass ones of these. The plastic ones aren't as good. I mean, this stuff is really rubbing off too. Maybe I shouldn't throw them in the dishwasher, but whatever. What's done is done. So we're gonna start with, this goes up to 4 cups, so we'll do 4 cups and then 2 more cups. It looks like 1 full container is about 4 cups. I'm gonna top it off just a little more because I usually, with every empty jar, depending what it is, right? So like my cottage cheese, my Greek yogurt, peanut butter jars, all of that, whenever it's empty, I throw them in the freezer and then later on I give them to Duncan so he like licks the stuff out after it's frozen. It makes it a little bit harder. So I'm gonna leave some of the, I'm not gonna scrape this fully out so I can save some for him is what I'm trying to say. Throw it in the freezer and we'll grab our next victim. 4 cups into the mixing bowl. I am gonna measure out some self-rising flour right away though, because I don't have another bag after this is gone, so I just wanna make sure I have enough. 2 cups, 4 cups, and I'm sure we have 2 more. I didn't even think about adding this to the grocery order today. I really should have, but oh well, we'll definitely have enough for a lot of bagels that will last us a while. 2 more cups Greek yogurt. And last 2 cups of self-rising flour. You can certainly hand mix this, but as I've said a bunch of times before, I got a KitchenAid mixer for Christmas and it's been so much fun. If you've been thinking about getting one, I would say go for it. It's not cheap. I'm very lucky that it was a Christmas gift, but if you can do it and you haven't done it, do it. Put this down, lock it into place, and we start mixing until it becomes a dough. This is really full. There's a good chance I overfilled it, so hopefully it just ends up being okay. Otherwise, we're gonna have a mess, and I have to accept that because it's my own fault. Next, we need a clean surface that we can flour. We're also gonna be using the silicone molds. We'll see what we like better. This dough is really sticky. That's just how it is, so you're gonna have to be okay with getting a little messy. Since I made 3 batches, I'm gonna start by cutting this big chunk into 3 pieces. I have this little like dough cutter thing, which is nice. However, I think I'm literally gonna sprinkle flour even more over the outside because this looks like such a mess right now. I took my ring off because I don't even want to think about getting that coated in all this dough. Okay, let's do as even of 3 chunks as we can. Preheat the oven to 375. I'm gonna start with 2 batches so I can directly compare. We'll do 1 batch here, 1 batch here. I spray these to make sure that nothing sticks. Each of these should have approximately 2 cups of Greek yogurt, 2 cups of self-rising flour. I then take this and split it into 6 bagels. So 6 bagels per batch for a grand total of 18 bagels. I will say the ones using the silicone molds are typically less messy because instead of touching and rolling out the dough, I usually just use a spoon and put it directly into these molds and shape it. The only thing I'm nervous about is if the bottom is gonna fully cook. But that's why we're doing the comparison and we'll find out today what the best way to go about it is. I've already showed you in 2 videos, but basically you just take the dough, roll it in bagels best you can, and place it on a parchment lined baking sheet. So I'm gonna do that quick. Then of course we will top both with an egg wash and everything bagel seasoning. And we'll put both in the oven. And I'm definitely gonna have to watch closely because these literally go in the oven for like 45 minutes. And I have no idea how the silicone molds are gonna act. So, in the oven they go. And I'm just gonna start a stopwatch. In the meantime, let's put away some laundry. It's been almost 50 minutes. I'm gonna take them out and show you what we have going on. I think the parchment paper ones are pretty much done. Definitely done. I guess the bottoms look darker than I thought. They're not burnt by any means. But these, beautiful and definitely done. The other ones, keep in mind I used to use the air fryer with these. I don't know if that's gonna change it much, but they're definitely less done, probably just because there's that silicone barrier, but they're not like pale. I'm gonna try to peek on the underneath. I'm just worried the bottoms aren't done. Oh, they look good. Okay, maybe I'll keep these out too. Yeah, the bottoms definitely look done. Now we'll have to cut into the middle and see if the middles are done. I just threw the third batch of bagels in. I'm gonna go ahead and get dunks out for a little bit and then come back, eat, and then do cardio. Don't worry, the oven is on, but Keith is here, so it's not like I'm like having the oven on and then leaving, you know? But also, we're not gonna be out for 45 minutes. We'll probably be out for like 20. We'll do a long walk later and they'll be fine. Everything's fine. I just put on my sunscreen and don't forget to wear your sunscreen. Here? Here? Thank you. I am so hungry right now. I can't even tell you how good those bagels sound. So close. So directly comparing them, obviously you can tell this one is a better shape. They're about the same height. These are the backs. There's the visual difference. They feel the same. Let's see if they cut the same. I have to cut this way. I can't cut this way, otherwise it'll get too mushy. So just a tip, if you make these bagels, I specifically cut into them like this. This inside looks really done in a good way. I would say these already feel a tiny bit more mushy, but the cut is still really good. It's honestly easier to cut these because the shape is, you know, more perfect. Oh. They're like both pretty similar on the inside. Honestly, I would say at this point, it's probably personal preference. When I would make those perfect little bagel sandwiches, I would use this and cook an egg in here so it all stack nicely. So these would be really great for that. Otherwise, honestly, whatever works. I will link these in case you want to check them out, but both bagels are great and beautiful and smell amazing. Seriously, if you could smell my kitchen right now, yeah, so good. I am gonna toast one. Though, I always toast it so the inside can get a little more done. Gorgeous, beautiful, amazing, stunning, perfect. Seriously, so good. If I haven't convinced you to try these bagels yet, I don't know what else to say. Not that I get anything out of you trying these bagels, but they're literally just so good and I'm so happy. I made 18 of them today. I can freeze some, put some in the fridge, whatever. I've been actually making these since 2021, believe it or not. I have evolved a ton, right? When I very first made them, it was a mess. One thing about the bagels I will say is they are definitely better in the oven. I used to exclusively use the air fryer with them. No matter if you use parchment paper, silicone liners, whatever you use, they're definitely better in the oven, in my opinion. 375, usually around 45 minutes. It does take a while, but watch them. I just sat down on the couch for a few minutes. I put the bagels away and I'm like, let my food digest. And I'm so tired, I just not want to get up, honestly. I haven't been sleeping that great the past few nights, but I'm also on my period, right? So I think I'm just extra tired, but I really want to get this cardio done. I'm not going to push it too crazy. Normally, on cardio days, I'll do 12 through 30 and then a long cool down. I'm still going to incline walk, but if I don't want to do all the way up to 12, that's fine. I do have to do 45 minutes regardless, but I don't really care how I walk. I'm just gonna go and walk for 45, get back, shower, make a latte, and do some more cooking. Wait, I didn't do my progress picture. I'm gonna get that done quick. My weight is at the highest it's been in like a week, but I do want to point out that it's very normal to like be heavier on your period. I mean, I always feel really bloated. I'm not too bad right now, but I think tomorrow and the next day I'll feel extra bloated. But also, I think some of it is like water retention. I don't know. It's very normal to be a little heavier during your period. So if you are weighing yourself, which I honestly don't care how much I weigh total, but I love my body analyzer thing because it tells me a lot of stats. And it, of course, has your weight, but I don't even really pay attention to it. And I feel like I'm at a good place with all of that, that I can know how much I weigh and honestly not really care. So yeah, but I'm like the highest I've been in a week, and it's just nice to know there's a cause. I'm like, I don't really care, like I'm on a period, like I'm gonna be heavier right now, like whatever, it's good peace of mind. So I really love that scale. Again, I do have a 15% off code. It's always linked in every description box. This video isn't sponsored, but I have a code with them, which is exciting, which is ongoing, hopefully like forever, I don't know. But also I cannot stop yawning, but walking, moving my body a little, and having some water should boost my energy. So let's go do cardio. Time. I completed my walk. That's all I did. I literally did a max incline of 4. I'm just like tired. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired. I'm not too crampy, like I'm not in pain or anything. I'm gonna do some more stuff and I'll probably have to take more ibuprofen in an hour or 2. But I just like, I feel like usually I start working out, whether it's lifting, cardio, whatever, and then my mood lifts, my mood brightens, whatever. But the whole time I was just like, I'm tired. That was like the only thoughts in my head was just, I am tired. So I'm gonna change a little. I'm just gonna shower tonight. I didn't sweat or anything, but I'm at least gonna change. I just don't wanna be in the same clothes that I was just like in the gym in. And then make a latte, and we have another recipe we're gonna try. I wanted to do like a bunch of recipes, but it's looking like we're gonna have to do more tomorrow, which is good. Then we'll have more fun tomorrow. I don't have the energy to do them all today. So from that same website that I got the chicken egg roll in a bowl recipe that I really, really loved, there's also one called a crustless tuna breakfast quiche. I really wanted to try it. I know people have a love or hate relationship with tuna. I'm fine with tuna. So I just prepped all the ingredients, cut everything up, and now we're gonna mix, do whatever. I've never made a quiche before. I'm gonna use the KitchenAid again because first I'm mixing cream cheese and eggs together, and mixing cream cheese is just not fun to do by hand. I decided to just go all in and make a double batch, so I really hope I like this. Honestly, I'm gonna say it right now, it kind of looks like puke. When I think quiche, I think it's supposed to look more eggy, and it doesn't look very eggy, so I don't know, I'm a little confused. It says to bake for 20 minutes or until the quiche is done, and I've never made a quiche before, so I have no idea when it's done. So I'm just gonna watch it closely. It's time for more. I can feel it revamping, so. I think it's finally done. I had it in for literally like 45 minutes. I just took a little piece out to try it, and I think it's done. Like the egg looks fully cooked. It just says that it makes 6, which means this is 12 right here. So I think I'm just gonna try to cut it into 12 pieces. And then I'm so hungry. It's already 4 o'clock, and I didn't even realize the only thing I ate today was that cream cheese bagel and protein coffee and then a latte, which is not good. Not telling you to do this, but my appetite's just so like different on my period. I don't know. So I just apparently wasn't very hungry and was just kind of all over the place. So I'm gonna cut this and probably eat 2 pieces right away. Apparently 1 serving is about 13 grams of protein, which is awesome. I literally think I'm gonna have 3 servings right now. It's not bad, it just definitely needs like salt. Honestly, it's decent. Like once I added salt, I feel like it brought more of the flavor out. If you like tuna, I would say give this a try. Also, talk about a cheap meal. A few veggies. The most expensive things were maybe like the herbs, but a few eggs and canned tuna is so cheap. I'll link the recipe, of course. $39. grams of protein. I'm coming back to add a little more salt. It's time for the outdoor walk. Obviously it was cardio day, but I already passed 10,000 steps today because I've been up on my feet all day. Like, I don't know if it looks like I did much today or not, but I've been just moving around. And I don't really want to go on this walk, but I'm going to. It's been a lot of fun cooking at home. I'm gonna try and do more and more recipes. I eat a lot of leftovers. Someone was commenting like it's refreshing to see how much I cook at home and eat at home. My first instinct isn't like, what am I gonna order today? My first instinct is like, what am I gonna cook? What do I have in the fridge? Like, what can I like muster up? I do a lot of eating at home, not only for my body, but also for my wallet, you know? Come on. The fresh air feels great, it really does, but I can't wait to just sit down for a while. The plan was to make the Emily Mariko salmon bowl for dinner. However, I literally had 3 servings of that quiche at 4 o'clock, which screwed me over because I didn't eat all day because I'm on a period and my appetite's just crazy and the day just got away from me. And yeah, so I am at 76 grams of protein. Could be worse, but I need to figure out how I'm gonna have that the rest of the day because I think I'm not gonna make a real dinner. I think we'll just make that tomorrow. I don't know, like the thought of eating a whole salmon rice bowl right now, absolutely not. The other thing I wanted to say is that when eating a lot of good sources of protein, it makes my stomach feel so good. Honestly, I don't feel that bad, especially for being on my period. I'm like, this is crazy. But right now, I'm gonna have a snack of peanut butter and dates. It'll give me a little more protein, but I definitely need some more. So I'm gonna do this, and then, you know what's really exciting? I keep telling myself I want to. Someone came running. He smelled and heard the peanut butter. He is here. I'll share, don't worry. But something else I keep saying I want to do that I haven't done is use the sauna blanket. So we're gonna do that. Cheers.
Not have these exact arches on our vision board.
I love using the sauna blanket. I mean, a real sauna would be even better, but the sauna blanket is good for now. Like, it's just so nice to sweat everything out. Of course, I drink a lot of water after. I'm down to my last one, which is nice. I started watching this while I was in the sauna blanket. It's good so far. It caught my eye because it has Lisa Kudrow. I need just a little bit more protein, and so I'm gonna attempt to make that cottage cheese flatbread that I wanted to make yesterday, but I didn't have eggs. I'm gonna do 1 egg and then a 1/2 cup cottage cheese. Italian seasoning, garlic powder. Okay, I totally didn't realize you're supposed to blend it. I mean, it makes sense to get the cottage cheese smooth. I'm only doing half. I just took it out. Here's what it looks like. I'm gonna let it cool before I pick it up. I cut it up. Here's like what the inside looks like. The bottom's pretty done, which is nice. I am so full and I don't want to eat anything, but if I don't eat this right now, I will be failing my diet and failing 75 hard again. So I'm gonna eat this. This seemed like the easiest thing to make. It's not bad. It's like almost a little too eggy, but the bottom got way more done than the top, so maybe I should have moved it up a rack, I don't know. I'm reading and this chapter started off talking about how visual progress can be good for habits, and I'm literally doing that. My wall of sticky notes, visual progress. I get to take one down every day and I have exactly like the 75 on the wall. I really need to buy my next book though. I was looking through a lot of your comments because I got a lot of awesome book recommendations, but I didn't decide on one yet and I'm gonna be done with this soon. There's a lot of good insight in this chapter, but one thing I want to point out that he says is it's inevitable that life will interrupt you and your habits at some point, but he says whenever this happens, I remind myself of a simple rule, which is never miss twice. Like, you can miss once. Maybe you have bad period cramps, right? Or like you're extra tired, you didn't get sleep, blah, blah, whatever. But like you miss a day, and I'm just relating it to working out because it's the easiest example to talk about. You miss a day, it's okay, give yourself grace. But if you miss 2 days, it can start to become a slippery slope. So allow yourself time, miss a day here and there, like stuff happens, but don't be falling down that slope because it's harder to get back up than to just have a bump in the road, hit one day and keep going, you know? Never miss twice. I really like that. I am feeling so bloated. It's definitely setting in, and I'm sure I'm gonna feel this way tomorrow, maybe even the next day, and then hopefully it starts going away because I definitely think it lasts a few days. Gallon is down. Typically, I do think being extra hydrated on your period helps, so hopefully I'm reaping the benefits of that. Honestly, today wasn't even that bad. I feel like the first full day for me is usually a little worse, and maybe I can contribute that to how great my habits have been recently, although I haven't been sleeping as well as I want, and I feel like that is something that definitely helps. You know, I was gonna take ibuprofen. Oh my gosh, I really don't want to have more water. I also really wanted to do peppermint tea since I just got that in with my groceries, but I'm so full. I cannot consume anything else. Okay, now I shouldn't be woken up in the middle of the night with cramps, so that's good. I truly think since restarting this challenge, I'm already feeling so much better in terms of like, I'm just eating better quality foods. And this challenge is supposed to be hard, right? And I've been much better with my diet, and I am just feeling better. It is more challenging and I'm having more discipline. I mean, I've been making awesome choices, and also like today was kind of annoying that I had to like eat to hit my protein goal when I didn't necessarily want food, but that is part of the challenge. It's weird to me that tomorrow's Friday, yet I'm doing legs tomorrow, like since my workouts are shifted one day. I really wanted to get more done tonight. Lately, my nights after I have dinner, do our long walk with Duncan and stuff, I'm literally just like sitting working on things, and hopefully I don't fall behind. I'm like really ahead right now, which is awesome, but I think I just needed time to just sit and like do nothing, because my days have been really productive, whether you've seen it or not, because I've had so much editing, which is amazing. But I think I'm happy today. I just chilled. I did the sauna blanket, I started watching a show, whatever. The Sex Lives of College Girls episode comes out tonight. Severance also drops tonight. There's a lot of good stuff going on. It's a little earlier than I usually get into bed, so I think we might actually throw that on the TV before we're into bed, which is nice. I just need to chill, and then I'll get back to it tomorrow. But I feel like it's been a good day. I didn't cook as much as I had initially planned, but it takes a lot out of you. I always forget like how long it takes. I feel like when I follow a recipe, I check things like a million times because I don't want to get it wrong, and you're just on your feet for a while, whatever. So tomorrow we'll do probably the Emily Mirko salmon bowl. Stay tuned because I want to have more fun in the kitchen. It's been fun. But that being said, day 3 is complete. I'm honestly just feeling really excited to see where the end of 75 days is taking me. I feel like I needed this level up. I needed this reset, restart, and growth, and I feel like I'm crushing it so far. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you in my next one tomorrow for day 4.